Officials, here are the contestants, and firstly, introducing to you, the challenger. He's fighting out in the red corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with gold, weighing in a championship weight of 11 stone, bringing a 21-fight record, 20 wins, 8 inside the scheduled distance, and only 1 defeat. Coming to the ring as the former Commonwealth light middleweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, from Liverpool, it's Destiny Michael Jones. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the champion. He's wearing the black trunks trimmed with silver, weighing in a championship weight of 11 stone, 22-fight record, 20 wins, 14 inside the scheduled distance, and just 2 defeats. Making his 3rd defense to win the Lonsdale belt outright. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending British light middleweight champion from Salford. Is Jamie Moore. So, Friday night, Sky fans, let's get the action underway then. 12 rounds of boxing for the British light middleweight championship.
Okay, boys, I spoke to you both in the dressing room. You know what I expect. If you punch with the knuckle part of the glove, if one of you goes down, the other go to the furthest reach of the corner. Break when I tell you to, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands, boys. Good luck to you both.
Here they go then, 20 months on from the first meeting between those two, which Moore won comprehensively, though a little surprisingly at the time. Jones looks for revenge here. A trans-Pennine battle. Moore, the champion from Salford in the black trunks, the taller Michael Jones, who comes from Liverpool, age 30. Moore was so much more accurate in that first fight, but one crucial thing, Jones had to adapt for a southpaw at 5 days' notice that night. This time he says he's prepared very, very well for southpaw opposition, including watching tapes of the way that Marco Antonio Pereira beat Nassim Hamed.
Well, he's got to learn lessons from their first encounter, Jones, and he's got to get used to that southpaw stance pretty early, and that means lots of straight right hands. That's the punch. He's got the height, he's got the reach, so even if he didn't get on with his jab, he's got to bring a quick straight right in.
Got to get the jab working. Moore can be fast, and he'll be looking to find a way inside. He's pretty aggressive as well. Whose style will impose itself here? That's what he needs to do, Jones. Get the left jab working. Sometimes he just lacks a little variety, possibly, Michael Jones.
Yeah, Jones has got to try and get the centre of the ring. He's got to try and dominate behind that long left jab and straight right from the centre of the ring and not be bullied around the ring of Jamie Moore, because that's really his strength. If he can work behind that jab and bring the right hands in, he can do it well.
Moore will look to slow down Jones with body shots as well. Needs to be more accurate than he was in the first fight, Jones. And there's a cut by the left eye of Jamie Moore, who is prone to injuries in the very first round. Whether that was caused by a punch or a clash of heads, not sure at the moment, but he is cut.
Well, that's bad news for Moore early on in the fight.
Moore's got him with some decent body punches in this first round, and a right hand there as well. And he digs in another one, quick to close the range on Jones, who needs to keep him away rather better. Some of them going a bit low, including that one, a left hand. Michael Jones feeling that it's an uncomfortable opening round for Jones, but Moore has got the cut.
Well, I think that's good for Moore. He wants to establish himself very early in this fight. Just get it into Jones's head what happened in their last meeting.
Can he cope with his southpaw style? A right hand lands. The cut doesn't look too bad, to be fair to Jamie Moore. Not yet, anyway. Though it could open up as this goes on, of course. We think it might have been a clash of heads. That's pretty good from Jones. jab and then a right hand, the old 1-2.
That's what he needs to do. More just started slightly the better of the two, more accurate, getting a few more shots off in the opening round.
Yeah, maybe Moore just nicked the opening round.
Give me this. Give me this. You're not what?
Oliver Harrison in the corner with Jed Livesey, and cutman Benny King is there for precisely that reason. The cut.
So I've got your range yet. You'll get it.
Well, it doesn't look too bad, just a little nick under the left eyebrow.
Moore, who's been doing some preparation for this fight alongside the England all-rounder Andrew Flintoff, who of course is not in Zimbabwe. That's how the clash of heads happen, we think, possibly.
Yep, heads just coming together on that side. Often cuts are a problem in fights with orthodox southpaw fighters. Some of the success of Moore, a little more accurate with that right hand.
Andrew Flintoff, by the way, is at ringside, right opposite us here. You might be able to catch a glimpse of him there in the background, sitting alongside Moore's Jones's manager, Jack Trickett. This is classic 11-stone division, a bit low that one. This time from Jones, clean it up a bit, he's telling the pair of them. There's a lot of intensity about this battle. Jones is prepared for it particularly as if it's the fight of his life. That cut doesn't look bad, does it, at the moment?
No, just a little nick. But this fight means an awful lot to both men. Who's going to go on to better things from this? Both throwing shots a little bit low, a bit of animosity creeping in.
Could be good, this. Plenty on the line. Fighting for their careers, really. Because remember, Moore was blown away in 3 rounds by Ozzy Duran when he had that hip injury in his last fight. It was back in June. He lost his Commonwealth title that night. Still got the British.
But the way it's going, just suiting Moore, this style of fighting, suiting Moore that bit more. He needs to stand his ground a little bit, Jones, and get that jab off and that straight right hand, which at the moment he's giving ground and he's not able to do.
Getting a good counter shot from Jones, just catching Moore on the way in once or twice, which I'm sure was part of his plan. One or two of these punches are straying a bit south down Mexico way. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Jones has had a warning again in this round about that. It's a slightly better round this for Jones, his second.
Moore hasn't been as accurate as he was in the first hello.
Good left hook to the body, wasn't it? That hurt Jones a little bit. He gave ground and Moore closed on him like some jungle cat.
Yes, he got there quickly with the left hand to the head as well.
Two men who were right on weight or near enough a few days ago. And there's another right hand, the hand speed of Moore. Didn't really see it coming there, did Jones. Bit too easy to hit, not enough head movement, chin in the air a little bit.
Yeah, that's the problem with Jones. He's very upright, carries that chin pretty high. He needs to get some rhythm, and he's unable to do that.
Now the right hand, there was a gap for it. Moore exploited it well. And again, two more hooks as well. Moore's come on strong here in the latter stages of this round. Jones looking for the counter. That's good from him. Decent contest. There's Freddie Flintoff, who's been staying in shape with a bit of boxing training, and Ricky Hatton, who fights, of course, next week against Ray Oliveira. You can see that on a big pay-per-view show on Sky with the Danny Williams-Vitaly Klitschko fight that very same night. Don't miss that. third round. The better start, we think, from Jamie Moore in the black trunks.
Yeah, there's a bit more accuracy with Moore's work. He's got the momentum. He's on the front foot, and he's getting through with a few more shots.
Jones can sometimes surprise his opponents with a real humdinger of a shot. He did it when he won the Commonwealth title with Joshua Onyango, knockout in the 6th round that night.
What you want to see from Jones really, Ian, is he needs to vary his attacks and move side to side a little bit. He goes pretty much straight forward and back, and he gives ground and he gives momentum when he goes backwards. He needs to just step about a little bit.
There's not much in it, but the hint is of Moore just doing that little bit more at this stage. Good right uppercut though from Jones, but back came Moore with 2 more, and the gunshot of Jones came out. And down he goes as well. He's gone down from that body shot too, at the same time as delayed, but I think it was on the low side.
Yeah, he did seem to catch him with a punch to the chin, and it seemed like delayed reaction from that.
There's no count being administered here though. It's a timeout that we have at the moment. I think a lot of the crowd are saying that was a knockout, but he looks very unsteady, Jones. Very unsteady, hardly seems to know where he is. His legs have gone. I think he's been caught low.
Well, to me it looked like one on the chin.
Let's have a look and see exactly what happened here. The headshots, and then I think there's a low blow comes in here. Yeah, that's the one. That's what's shaking him up.
There's the one that shook him up at the end.
Afterwards as well.
Afterwards.
Might have been a bit of both.
Yeah, I think certainly the one who hurt him, but the one to the chin has really shook him up.
The low blow. Look. Well, the fight's over. Can you believe it? Jones can't carry on. Well, that is a bizarre finish to the fight. All over in the 3rd round, and Jamie Moore has repeated his win over Michael Jones of 20 months ago and has a Lonsdale belt to keep, and Michael Jones is in a complete mess. Ray Farrell is arguing, the trainer of Jones, with the referee. Controversial in its way because of the low blow involvement. Should he have been given 5 minutes to recover?
Well, there was a low blow and then the shot afterwards. Whether that was after on the break, certainly that's what they're arguing about.
Another Friday night, another controversy.
Tommy Gilmore very, very angry there.
Well, has Dave Paris here? Here's another scenario. Has he disqualified Jamie Moore for the low blow? Because Jones couldn't continue. We have absolute chaos at the moment there. Arguments going on. A lot of people think that what really damaged Jones was the shot to the chin, as you said, Glenn, but we await some clarification, to be honest with you.
It certainly was a low blow went in, but that was a very, very solid shot to the chin.
Well, in a way, we do really need to hear from the referee here, but of course the British Boxing Board of Control don't let us interview the referees as they do in America. Tommy Gilmore is looking very, very confused about things here. He's complaining bitterly.
Michael, sorry I tapped that way.
Very unsatisfactory.
Well, it looks like the ref hasn't seen the shot to the chin.
Well, who knows? Was it the low blow or the shot to the chin?
So how can he disqualify him for the punch in the chin when he's not seen it?
The thing is, the ref, listen, at the end of the day, I've not been disqualified. He give in.
No, he disqualified because you punched.
No.
Because he
Michael Jones, he said, can you continue? Michael went, can't continue. He said, I can't continue, so the ref stopped it.
Well, even the fighters don't know, but it sounds from that as if Moore has been disqualified in there.
Well, the argument's still raging on.
I think Dave Parris's argument is that he called a break and the punch shouldn't have happened, the punch to the chin at all, because he was in the low blow before it.
Yeah, there was a low blow, there was a break, and he was caught just after that to a shot which really he couldn't go on from.
There's going to have to be a third fight between these two, isn't there?
Most
to sort this
definitely.
out. I mean, this is not what we wanted. A good fight was developing, and then that happens, and we believe what's happened here is that Moore has been disqualified and therefore has lost his British Championship. Well, things certainly seem to happen when he gets in the ring. Last time it was the hip injury and the knockout defeat by Ozzy Duran when he just wasn't himself. Shouldn't have been in there at all, really, to be honest with you. Now, I think it's just dawning on him exactly what has happened. Dave Parris is still involved in a heated discussion with Tommy Gilmore. He's saying that Jones didn't want to go on and was more or less quitting. I can't believe that that was the case. He was certainly in a bad way, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely really, really dazed. Couldn't even walk around properly. It was a very solid shot.
But this is one of the most contentious finishes we've seen in a British ring, even amid these controversy-ridden times. Let's watch this again. Let's see if we can hear the break in this. Here it is in slow motion again. There was a stop boxing in there from the referee. There's the low blow. Then he says stop boxing.
No, I think the referee was stopping the contest there to put the gum shield back in, and that's when he went down again.
I'd forgotten the gum shield bit. You're right. The gum shield had come out. Yes. There's supposed to be a lull in the action before